Hey everyone, Aaron here. This is my 63rd review on this channel, and today's review is of Maburaho. So, I know it's last. I think now it should have been 2 weeks by now, but I reviewed I think five anime in a row that were all harem genres, or at least relatively close to it. And I swear to God, that was not intentional, guys. That was more so just because I was finishing up other series that I had started, and I decided to go to the back burner and start watching them, and I'm like, wait a second, these are all harems. And lo and behold, I'm like, well, I gotta review them as surprise attack reviews because I'm like, why not? The whole purpose of surprise attack reviews are reviewing stuff that I'm watching currently. So I was going through, other things. I started reviewing other stuff. So by now, you should have kind of gotten away from the harem concept a little bit. But I was also going through recently all the stuff that I haven't reviewed and I'm planning to review. And I'm like, well, here's one I haven't actually reviewed, so why not? So anyways, Maburaho is a pretty interesting story. Our main character is a practitioner. I had problems saying this like the third take of this. Practitioner of magic. There we go. And he actually can use magic very powerfully. But the catch is that everyone in the world that he lives in, all these magical beings and such, have like a number associated to how many magic users they have. Some people could do millions, some people could do a couple hundred thousands. He can only do like a few. I think he can only do 10 if I'm not mistaken. And while his magic powers are going to be super strong because he could do 10, he can only do 10. And the catch is that when a practitioner of magic actually uses all their number of magic slots, they will die. So it makes him where he cannot really afford to use magic as much as most people use it. Like, I mean, people use it for everything from getting dressed to walking around, and he can't do that. So, but here's the kicker though. Because of his low count and his super powerful magic, he actually is apparently the heir to a lot of power in terms of magical use. And so, what kind of ends up happening is our main characters, the cast of girls on the side, end up falling in love with him, not because per se he's got great looks or anything like that as usual, but because they actually want to have his kid. And I thought that was hilarious because I mean this is an older show and having that as a main premise was kind of something unique back then at least. I thought it was funny. To me it was funny. This show's not that great, but that concept was funny. And so the whole plot is these three girls are around this main character solely because he can bear to a child that is super powered essentially with magic. He can have some of the strongest magic use in the world. And of course the whole kind of harem elements come here, all the girls try to vie for his attention, he doesn't really know who to choose, etc., etc. Now, in terms of plot, this actually is not that bad. I mean, again, it's a stupid concept. Harem in general sometimes is a hit or miss thing. But I think back when this came out, it actually made a lot of sense to go with this weird route because it hadn't been done before. At the time, it was very unique. And the plot is what I think suffers from the show, though, because it tends to do things a little kind of wonky in terms of what characters get with the main character and, how they're getting with them. And it's not that I don't want to say that the plot is the biggest weakness of it, but it's the main cause that the ending is not going to really do anything for you. It's just going to end. You're not going to really remember this or really care for it after you're watching it the first time. But overall, though, it's not a bad show. It's not really a bad show. It's got some nice animation. The art style still kind of holds up. I actually like the cast of characters. They're pretty funny. The English dub was pretty good for it. Japanese dub, I think, was slightly better. This is the first I'll say that, I think, in a long time. I think the Japanese dub was slightly better for this. But overall, it is what it is. It's a harem anime that it does something slightly different with the type of trope because it was different for that time period. But it's something that I think even now doesn't hold up that well because the plot is all over the place. And, the character development is okay. You start seeing our characters kind of develop a little bit, but it's always going to stay the way they are for the whole series. So once you see them hit, like, I think the top level of what they are trying to act like, that will be it for the rest of the series. And I think by the third or fourth episode, you'll get the most out of these characters. So overall, with all that being said, if I had to review this A through F, solid C plus. I think it's not it's not a great show, but it's something if you want to watch a harem anime, you've never heard of it. It's not that long. I think it's 20 episodes, not even, maybe less than that. But it's a fun, I had some laughs out of it. I enjoyed some of it. I enjoyed the kind of, again, the weird concept that they played with this. But as always, guys, this is it for this review. Please like, comment, subscribe. Helps my channel out a lot. Check the description box as always. I know I said originally I was only going to do this for a few weeks, but I plan on keep doing it for as long as I can. You know, if I forget, I'm sorry in advance, but I put a whole bunch of different channels there. Check those channels out. They're all friends of mine in terms of all the stuff they do on YouTube. It's all cool. And as always, guys, until our paths cross again in the next review, have a good one, everyone. Bye.